You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is TND, and welcome to episode 182 of the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. And we welcome all of our new subscribers. As always, we just hit a milestone this past weekend. We are now at 700 plus subscribers on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. The money is a-coming. Ching ching. We are less than 300 subscribers from 1,000, which at 1,000 subscribers, and we get more views up, we can start to make some money off this thing. It's been a grind.
I want to make money.
We really do. So, of course,
but
folks,
we need you to watch. Don't you have to have a certain amount of hours watched too? So not
we do. 4,000 watched hours in the past 12 months.
But I feel like that's going to be the hard part. I feel like the subscribers are catching, but the watch hours might hold us back.
It's going to be tough. 4,000.
Just run it. Just turn it on and go about your day. Just start from episode 1. Just run it. You can even turn the TV off. You don't actually have to watch it. Just turn it on.
That's right, folks. You can have it in the background on your phone while you watch the replay of Money in the Bank. Speaking of the replay of Money in the Bank, I have a story to tell everyone. So I DJ'd a house party Saturday night during Money in the Bank. So I didn't watch. I stayed away from Facebook and Instagram and avoided all spoilers. And I get home at 12:30. I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch the ladder match back. No problem. Peacock with WWE pay-per-views suck because you can't start the show from the beginning. So I could not, they did not have the English replay available right away. So I had to watch it in Spanish. And if you've ever watched, it's not the old days of Carlos Cabrera and not Ricardo Rodriguez. That was Alberto Del Rio's guy. Whatever. Like, it's just very interesting. And it just felt like I was in the room watching Money in the Bank with people having a conversation in Spanish the entire time. So that's my only gripe. We'll get to more to Money in the Bank, but we do have to address the elephant in the room that I have to address the elephant in the room. And that is congratulations to our very own friend of the broadcast, one co-host of the Shoot and Ship show on YouTube, Mr. Dennis Tate Jr., for winning Broadcast in the Bank. He now has a contract, good for a year, to challenge for this here crown whenever he sees fit. I know Dennis is a noble man. He's an honest man. When he cashes in, I don't know. We will find out that is his choice. So I look forward to that because I don't ever plan on losing this crown. But the next chance for me to lose this crown will be in about 4 weeks. I don't have the official date in front of me. SummerSlam, Cleveland, Ohio. The man ran his mouth that I haven't defended this crown enough, even though Tom defended it twice in a year. Okay, and I don't defend it for 2 months, and I get flack. Don't worry, I'm just out here getting subscribers left, right, center, posting all these chats and whatnot stuff, trying to get us, subscribers on Facebook groups, okay? But meanwhile, I have to defend this crown. So I'm going to do that against the man who I took this crown from. The man who took this crown from JP at WrestleMania. Never forget that, JP. He took the crown from you. So me versus Garrett. DC versus Double G in OHIO. SummerSlam. Book it,
I think
baby.
I'm supposed to hate Ohio.
What's that?
I think I'm supposed to hate Ohio.
Yes, because you're from Michigan. Fuck
Yeah.
Michigan. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody in Michigan sucks except for Tom.
Yeah.
And maybe like 3 other people.
I'm trying to buy SummerSlam right now.
But you know what doesn't suck? The Olive Garden. Okay, folks? I had a hell of a weekend. So my dad's birthday was on July 3rd. And I couldn't hang out with him that day. But his minor league baseball team was playing on July 5th. And guess who else made an appearance on July 5th? Sabu.
Who's that?
Sabu made an appearance. Or as they called him on occasion, Sabu. Which was, I'm like, I wouldn't be calling that man the wrong name. But also, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch this broadcast since day one, you know the bathroom story. You know how I met Ken Shamrock at the Olive Garden when I was 10 years old. And ladies and gentlemen, right there, Ken Shamrock signed an Olive Garden menu for me. And not only that, he signed a pair of trunks for me too.
That's nice, man.
That's cool.
So
are they ring worn trunks?
They are not
just...
ring worn. So here's the thing. So they had a meet and greet, like they'd said you could get your photo, you could get an autograph, you could do the combo, or you could do the VIP combo. And the VIP combo I bought because it had a fast pass on it. And I was like, okay, great. I don't want to wait in this line all game. Like I want to get, because the game started at 7, or it was supposed to. It was a rain delay. And then the meet and greet was from 7:30 to 9. And I was like, I don't want to miss any of this game. I want to be able to hang out with my dad. So let me go cut the line one on the fast pass. But so it said fast pass, or the VIP includes fast pass, photo, autograph, and attire. And I'm thinking like, oh, do I get like a Ken Shamrock t-shirt or something? And so I get to like, okay, you got the VIP, so you get a pair of trunks. Do you want red or blue? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay. So yeah. Maybe I rock these on the honeymoon. You never know. I'm not,
you took that was gonna be my question. I was like, are these gonna be part of the wedding night? You know?
Let the Shamrock my fiance.
You gonna bust out the entrance music?
I am coming out to entrance music, but it will not be Ken Shamrock. I don't think. Yeah, no, these are not fitting me without fucking stretching these out too much. But no, I plan on framing these with the Olive Garden menu and the picture.
Did you talk to him about that?
Does Ken Shamrock remember this interaction at all?
So he didn't remember me specifically. So like, while they were just kind of starting, like setting up the meet and greet when I got there. So I didn't really need the fast pass. But like he's standing there and he's like, hey, what's going on, man? I'm like, oh, I'm good, man. I've been waiting 26 years to meet you. He's like, 26? I'm like, yeah, I actually met you at the Olive Garden when I was 10 years old, summer of 98. And I tell him the story. I left out the bathroom portion. I didn't want to seem like a complete nerd. But I'm like, yeah, I met you at an Olive Garden in 1998, you and Draws. And he goes, oh, man, Draws loved the Olive Garden. I really miss it. No, it was cool that like we got to have that interaction. He was very friendly. He wasn't, because as a lot of people know, like there's a lot of wrestlers who are like, hey, what's your name? Cool, nice to meet you. Here's your autograph, go. But like Ken Shamrock took the time with the couple of people that were in front of me, like to chat with them, and he didn't rush anybody. He was a good person. He was a good guy. So the fact that I got to meet Ken Shamrock when I was 10, became a lifelong fan, met him 26 years later, and he's still an awesome guy. Just like, warmed my heart. It was so awesome.
But don't forget the other big news about Olive Garden.
That's right. They commented on the post, everyone. Ooh. If you're not following us on Instagram, you missed out, because we posted the photo of me and Kenny Shamrock, as they kept calling him all that. I'm like, it's not Kenny, it's Ken. It's Ken.
I'm commenting on it right now.
Does that make Olive Garden our new unofficial sponsor?
I mean, maybe. It'd be pretty badass if they did. I mean, is that the next play? Like we tried Sam Adams. Do we go after Olive Garden? Maybe we can get a gift card.
I like breadsticks.
Commenting on it right now.
I love some unlimited breadsticks.
I posted the photo of me and Ken Shamrock. Here it is on our Instagram. If you haven't seen it yet, right there. But so I posted. Look what happened Look what happened tonight. If you've been a nerd since day one, you'll know that how epic this photo of Dave, Ken Shamrock, and an Olive Garden menu is. And they responded, this will never not be iconic.
I just asked Olive Garden, I said, hey, how about sending our broadcast some pasta? They do call me the Pasta Prince.
There you go. I could eat some pasta.
I'm all for that, baby.
I spelled hour wrong. I wrote out.
Oh, no. It's okay. Just say you're drunk on marinara. I responded to them and I wrote, we could say the same thing about your breadsticks.
Breadsticks. So I'm going to say it right now. Olive Garden? Whatever. The best thing about Olive Garden, and I don't want to ruin a potential partnership, so I'm going to only say good things. The best thing about Olive Garden, the last time I went to one opened up in town, and people were like freaking out, like, oh my God, we need an Olive Garden. And they tried it, like, its sauce is too spicy. Because where I live, it's just very, very not into anything. Here's the fact about me. I love croutons. Croutons are in my opinion, superior. So I looked at our waitress and I said, Linda, her name was Linda. I go, Linda.
Nick's wife?
I'm gonna do the soup and breads. They're the breadsticks and salad. I'm like, but like we're gonna do that for the table. And I'm like, but like can you bring out like a bucket of croutons? She's like, no. And I go, all right, so here's what I need you to do. I go, I need you to put on croutons, and I need you to think, I think I've done too much. And then I need you to do that again. And I need you to think, oh man, this is way too much. And then I need you to add more. And sweet Linda, we had like 3 inches of croutons on top of our salad. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect.
My biggest problem with Olive Garden, and once again, this is going to be a positive thing about Olive Garden, is I always order like the chicken parm or some kind of meal, and then I crush so much salad and breadsticks. But by the time my meal comes, I'm like, I cannot even possibly touch this meal. I need this to go because I've ate so much salad and breadsticks.
The key is bring a Ziploc bag with you, put all the breadsticks in there, put them in somebody's purse, and then boom.
We're definitely not getting out.
I'm gonna say this. The breadsticks aren't they're not the one to bring home. You bring home the salad is really good.
It is, and I'm not even a big salad guy. Okay, I just want to let's have a little fun here with Olive Garden while we've got the Ken Shamrock signed OG to go menu. Because Tom is the spaghetti prince. I would like you guys to guess the family size pan of spaghetti with marinara. This is no meatballs, no Italian sausage. This serves 4 to 6 people. How much does spaghetti with marinara at the Olive Garden cost?
$37.99.
Ooh, that's I'm gonna go cheaper. I'm gonna go $26.
I think it's more. 54.
Where the hell do you think you guys are? Yeah, $48.99 for a pan of spaghetti with marinara. That's solid right there. You want meatballs? $58.99.
You know,
you're paying for quality here.
Once again, this is probably going to hurt our chances with the Olive Garden, but I could probably go. Y'all probably don't have the same grocery stores, so I'm just going to say a generic. I could go to the grocery store. So that applies to all of our fans everywhere and stuff, and I could make that same pan for like a fourth of the price.
You want to guess how much their salad with a dozen breadsticks cost?
$27.99.
6. How much, Tom?
$27.99.
Nick?
$40.
$24.79. Holy shit!
Once again, I can even get this out. They got the Olive Garden.
We're never getting this shit.
Holy shit! This is wild. No. Per serving, what is more calories, salad or breadsticks?
Oh, probably the salad.
Salad, because the dressing.
The dressing's dank though.
The salad is 150 calories per serving. Breadsticks, 140 calories each. Let's go, baby. Carb up with the breadstick. But yeah, so shout out to the Olive Garden. Shout out to Ken. Also, shout out to Ken Shamrock for not even questioning, like, signing a menu. Like, when I met now granted, this was at like it was BG Entertainment that put on the meet and greet. When I met Zack Ryder, RIP to him, it was a WWE sanctioned autograph session. So like the Bud Light Lime thing, they had to ask him if it was okay to sign. Whereas Ken did not even flinch when I said, like, would you mind signing this menu? He's like, yeah, sure.
But at least with the Bud Light thing, that was kind of like in like Zack Ryder's like gimmick, sort of.
That was his
like
gimmick. Yeah, he loved Bud Light Lime.
Probably had no problem
the only thing he said to me is like, you didn't bring the beer? I was like, we got it in the car. I just didn't want to bring any glass.
I mean, that makes sense. Ken Shamrock was probably like, oh, okay.
But meeting Ken Shamrock, speaking of nerds since day one, was not the only meet and greet that happened this past week. Nick, why don't you tell us about your sing-along out there?
Well, yeah, so we went, me and the wife went to Clearwater Beach, what was it, Monday? I guess the last Monday. This would be July 1st for people watching this. And we met a certain co-host that used to be on the show, but that's not anymore. He is a real person. And we went out to see Hulk Hogan karaoke at the Hulk Hogan Beach Hangout, I guess is what it's called. Hogan's Hangout. It was interesting.
It was interesting.
It was fun though.
Did anyone spill anyone's drinks or anything like that?
Yeah, that Jimmy Hart was, come on, what are you doing, baby? Come on, baby. But it was all right. But no, it was fun. It was cool. I mean, we signed up to sing the yeah, there you go.
It's amazing.
Are you taller?
No, I think
we're
he's
about,
slouching a bit.
we're about the same, I would say.
Also,
Me and Ryan
keep
are
the
about-
brawler fanny pack.
Yes, he did have a
Keeping
fanny pack of
kayfabe
brawlers.
alive.
It was amazing.
I just
It was
imagine
fun.
that if Ryan does decide to come to my wedding, because he does have an invitation, I can just picture, like, instead of like throwing rice or birdseed as they tell you to do now, him just throwing brawlers at me. He puts like 20 mystery bags, boom.
But so we got
And that's
there,
when
right? So,
DDJ, foreign object, I get hit in the eye. DDJ rolls me up in the aisle.
so Jimmy Hart and Hulk Hogan were there, both of them. Like Hulk Hogan's in this own little area, so you can't really get to him. We have security around him and stuff. Like if you sing, you can go up there. So we had signed up to sing the Golden Girls theme song. We were gonna do, right? But there was like some rich dude there sitting in the front. They called billionaire or something or another, kept calling him or whatever. But he kept buying shots for the whole entire bar. So the waitress were carrying around these trays of shots. But things started to get a little out of hand. And by the end of it, it was like at the end of it or whatever, they have like a belt ceremony where everybody gets like belts and stuff. And we were like 2 away from singing when the belt ceremony came. Did y'all freeze?
No.
No,
y'all would be really
you're good.
Yeah.
I'm just in caps. I'm
right. So we were like, I'm sweating
here.
bullets. I'm kind of drunk at this point. I'm sweating bullets. I'm like, oh man, Ryan, I don't know if I can go up here and sing this shit. Right? Everybody, the problem was, it's like karaoke. Normally the people are like bad, and you're like, okay, but everybody was so good. And I was like, we're gonna be the worst people that went up the whole entire night. And
you got
so
belts?
they had belts. Like the winners got belts. They had a male belt, a female belt, and then like an overall belt. And they were like real like championships. They were like real good things. And so like they had the belt ceremony when we were 2 up. And then after that was over, they're like, oh, the fun's like Hogan left and stuff, but the fun's gonna keep going and we're gonna keep this karaoke going. And I was like, well, it's time for us to leave. I'm not singing if it ain't for a belt and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
No, that's really awesome. And it's one of those things I said, like when I met you, Nick, and when I met you, Tom, and I'm sure you'll both agree when you meet each other at my wedding. Like it's really cool how this show has brought people together from all spots of the country.
Yeah.
So,
I had a meet and greet.
Who'd you meet, Tom?
Jared. Jared came back out to Grand Rapids.
Well, this is your 3rd time meeting?
Yeah.
4th?
Yeah.
We have a picture of them too.
Yeah,
Tom was very tall on the photo. We're all so tall. There's some tall people.
I
forget who posted. Tom, did you post it or did Jared?
Jared did.
I feel like we had an ounce of athletic ability in us that we would like make a really good basketball team.
Yeah, me and Jared.
We are awesome. We're gonna catch the rebounds at least.
There you go.
There we go. Look at Tom.
Oh, there we go, baby.
Majestically tall.
Tom's sitting in that photo, everyone.
Jared's on a step stool.
Jared's standing on a roof.
So yeah, Jared came out to Grand Rapids. I left work. I had a meeting I had to be at after work, and then from there I went out to Grand Rapids, met up with Jared, had a couple beers, and called it a night. And he gave me some more of that wine from your wedding.
Oh,
or from Margaret's wedding.
I forgot though. Can I just add one
good.
more thing to my story? I forgot. We can move on. Sorry, Tom. I forgot the most important part is Ryan got me this Shane McMahon t-shirt. Look at it. It says Shane McMahon in the front. Shane O'Mac.
It does.
It's the back. Hold on, I can't see it. Let's make sure that's in there.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the money.
Greatest shirt ever made. I'm gonna wear it every day.
Every day.
Every day. So go ahead, Tom. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry.
No, it's all yeah. We just had a couple beers. We went to 7 Monks Brewing, and we thought that they were gonna have their own beer, but they just have like a ton of beer on tap, but none of their own. They don't brew, so which is interesting. And then we went to Brewery Vivant in Grand Rapids, and that's in an old church. So like there's like the you know where the fucking person just stands and talks in the stained glass behind them. Right behind the bar is just like that stained glass. It's so pretty in there. And I'll let you know, if you're in Grand Rapids and you want a queer affirming safe space for a drink, Brewery Vivant is the spot. I think their beer was fine. It was reasonably priced though, that's for sure. So yeah, I 5 out of 5 would recommend Brewery Vivant. Brewery.
Sounds like pretty eventful. I also, if anybody's ever in Clearwater Beach, I would definitely recommend going to see Hulk Hogan karaoke. It's a good time.
And if anyone lives in anything close to a major city, I highly recommend Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Just
Is
saying.
Olive Garden the new tropical smoothie cafe?
Yeah. One of the time we're gonna get.
Listen, if you can get something, I'm sure that this goddamn it can get something.
I'm on it.
But so speaking of sponsorships, speaking of money, speaking of meeting and greeting, John Cena's retiring, and I'm not taking it well, everyone. I'm just saying. John Cena has announced his retirement from WWE. January to December of 2025 will be the farewell tour. And folks, when I tell you that I am ready to spend more money to see John Cena up close and personal at either Madison Square Garden or Prudential Center or the Westchester County Center or the MVP Arena in Albany, like to see him, I am willing to spend more money than I did to go see the 2008 MLB All-Star game. And that was $700 to get in, okay? I'm ready to sit close. I want to feel John Cena sweat on me one more time, okay? Just one more time.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Let's fantasy book this thing. What does John Cena do on his farewell tour?
John Cena has to win a world title. And I think because he announced, so there was some confusion because he said in the speech, like, WrestleMania will be my last. He says the plan is to do 40 to 50 appearances next year, which is amazing because that means he's doing TV, he's doing house shows. I think you can get a world title match in there and he doesn't have to hold it long because there's no point in having him tie Ric Flair. Have him break.
Against who?
What?
Against who? Which title?
Beats Gunther for the world title. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I mean, you've got 2 world titles. I don't see why you can't figure it out for a short period of time. I don't see him winning it at WrestleMania necessarily.
I see him losing it at WrestleMania.
What's that?
I could see him losing it at WrestleMania.
I could see, yeah, could be.
I have trouble though. I can't really think of like any like dream matches with Cena that I haven't seen. That like I'm just like, oh, like obvious ones. Like my first thought, it's not going to happen because of the AEW connection and stuff. But Cena versus Tanahashi, Ace versus Ace.
Honestly, that would be
fun. You know what, though? I think you do. I think if they're announcing it ahead of time like this, I think you just go with his greatest hits. Let's see him go with CM Punk, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Cody, the current face versus the former face.
You do it against Uncle Howdy, so you get the Bray Wyatt in the mix.
Yes. Well, that's what I thought, too. I was like, oh, so this is how Uncle Howdy gets that, pound of flesh for his brother.
So then the real question is going to be who retires him.
Well, so
I have a theory.
Side note, just really quick. So there's that WWE WrestleMania documentary that they came out with that absolutely sucked because it just makes The Rock look like a total ass. I saw that, people really wanted Cody. So I said, no, let's do Cody versus Roman. No, fuck you, Dwayne. You wanted it, and you saw how bad of a reaction was, and everybody else said, no, we can't do this, Dwayne. Sorry. So somebody made a meme. It was like, yeah, I said, John, go retire. So fuck you, Dwayne.
So who retires him?
What if they turn him heel?
No.
I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out. That would be shocking.
To me, there's one person that will be the most significant match that means nothing other than to retire John Cena. Triple H.
But he can't. He got like a pacemaker or something.
I was
right?
gonna say I don't. So this is. I just had a fantasy booking idea. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton eventually have a run for the world title together because Cody's aunt talked about it a couple times.
Who's the world champion
right now?
Yeah,
Cody is the WWE champion. Damian Priest is currently the world heavyweight champion.
Okay, thank you.
But so you figure maybe Randy eventually will turn heel on Cody, and that could just like lead down and down and down, and you could do Randy versus John because that used to be like the joke of what, like 2008 or whatnot. Like they had fucking 30 matches during the course of the year on TV or something like that. It was insane. They were like Randy versus John part 287. So, yeah, it's a good idea. Let us know in the comments below who you think should
What if
retire John
what if
Cena.
they do?
Whether they win, whether the person puts John puts that person over or not. Just who should the last opponent be?
What if they do Cena Rock again?
No, thank you. I was there for John. I was there for twice in a lifetime.
I was there for once in a lifetime.
So that means they need to do. Tom, you need to go to Vegas next year and see thrice in a lifetime.
No.
He ends his career in a triple threat and doesn't take the pin.
Who is the U.S. champion right now?
Logan Paul.
Cena versus Logan Paul.
Oh, fuck.
I
Do
feel
not
like
speak that into existence.
Out of all the belts, I feel like I just associate Cena with the U.S. title for some reason in my mind, like the most at all.
He's patriotic as hell.
And it's just like, I don't know. Bring back the spinner belt. Damn, I kind of like Cena versus Logan Paul. It kind of works for me.
I could see it at Saudi Arabia, honestly. You know, crown jewel.
So you know how John Cena has like the world record for most Make-A-Wish things?
Is Logan Paul gonna fight a Make-A-Wish kid?
Yes.
What if John Cena's final Make-A-Wish is John Cena versus a dozen Make-A-Wish folks, and they beat him?
That's right.
But he like fights back valiantly. Like you gotta. He's like, oh, you want it?
The whole thing, everything. He does it. He does this little leap off the ropes.
John, no.
He's 4 years old. I'm just saying that'll make him look really good. He puts over some.
I wouldn't put it past him, but then obviously I would assume WrestleMania 42 weekend, John Cena goes into the Hall of Fame, joins me in the Hall of Fame. We look forward to joining you there, John. So, yes, let us know your fantasy booking for John Cena in the comments below. And let's get the Money in the Bank really quick. Drew McIntyre wins the briefcase, loses his cash in the same night. I'm not a fan of that.
It's not happened many times, right? Like many.
That was the first time that I believe that's the first time it was cashed in on the same night and was unsuccessful, because Kane was the first person to successfully cash in. Ambrose did it. Bailey did it. I think Alexa Bliss did it. Liv Morgan may have even done it. So it's been more done on the women's side.
And there hasn't even been that many like unsuccessful. I mean, I know Damian Sandow, I think, right, had one.
Damian Sandow, John Cena, Baron Corbin.
But very few.
Yeah, there's very few. The women is 100% successful cash in. Love Tiffany Stratton as the winner. I think it'll be great there. I would not have hated Chelsea Green.
I wanted Chelsea so bad. She made that
when she started setting up those tables and she's like looking at Tiffany Stratton, I was like, oh shit. I remember in Impact, I want to say it was
her and
Deanna went down together and they like hugged during it. And I'm like, oh no. So
Chelsea, honestly, man, like
Chelsea Green is an unsung hero of the women's division.
That match was not great. Like,
she does comedy very well, but to an extent that she still looks like a viable threat to win a big match. I am putting this out here right now. Chelsea Green, Royal Rumble winner 2025, excuse me.
Yeah, I would love it.
Make it happen. Because I can just see her not even wrestling until WrestleMania after she wins the Royal Rumble. I think it'd be so great. And then like you just show like highlights of her and Piper in like casinos in Vegas, like getting ready and like just trying to figure out how games work. She's like 21. What? What do you mean that ace is worth a 1 or an 11? No, it gets 1 value. Trying to figure out craps. I'm 36. I still don't know how to play craps. So
no. I play roulette because you put it on a bunch of different things and you make small bets on all those different things.
She wants to talk to. She goes to Caesar's Palace. I want to speak to Caesar now. Just the pit boss turns around. It's Tom, 10'5", standing over. Can I help you?
Get Julius on the phone.
Get Julius on the phone. Where's DJ Pauly D? I need to speak to him now.
At 2, Brute.
So
Money in the Bank was fine.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't. And I watched it in Spanish. It was not good.
To finish, it was fine. Like, it wasn't great by any means. I wouldn't go back and watch it. There were moments, and that was about it. I don't think that it was exciting for me at all. The Yeah, no, I wasn't into it.
I honestly, I didn't watch all of it. I've seen some of it, but all I keep reading about is like a botch spot by Damian
Yes.
Priest. That's like the big talking
So the
point.
interesting thing here is, so there's a point where like Damien's got set down and he's just like looking at the entrance ramp. I'm like, what do you keep looking at, my dude? And then he gets hit with the Falcon Arrow. Seth gets the 1-2, and the ref swings through. I'm guessing they were supposed to hit Drew's music. And
No, they were looking at the entrance ramp a lot throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was like necessarily a botch, because they were just like worried that he was going to come, worried he was going to come. Like they did it like 3 times each, I think, early on, like throughout the match.
Unless like they're just trying to, and Triple H in the post show conference was like, it's a human error, mistakes happen, similar to like baseball, I guess, something like that. So like, but I'm like, oh well. Fortunately, I mean, yeah, the one thing I do like that they helped add to it that I don't know a lot of people recognize is after the match was over, Punk standing on the announce table, happy as a pig in shit, and Seth Rollins is staring death stares at him. I'm like, okay, we're rebuilding that a little bit. Great. My fantasy booking is this though, and it's been this. People are saying like Seth versus Drew at the Bash at Berlin or
It could be SummerSlam, right?
or SummerSlam. Well, Bash at Berlin is after that. But so SummerSlam, I'm like, no, apparently they are bringing back Bad Blood, which happened in 1997, I believe it was. For what I don't, it's not the anniversary. It's a weird. It'd be like what, a 27-year anniversary or whatever of it. But
they got a bank on that Taylor Swift money.
Yeah, but they're bringing back Bad Blood, which is the pay-per-view that had the first Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, and the winner of that match fought the world champion Bret Hart at Survivor Series in 1997. And go find that on YouTube. There's a bunch of videos on that. But so I think don't do it at SummerSlam. Have that blood feud main event Bad Blood inside Hell in a Cell. This feud warrants Hell in a Cell for that match. And then, you know what? You put the stakes. Winner gets a world title shot at Survivor Series.
Yeah, Punk's gonna die in a Hell in a Cell though. He's gonna tear every.
Well, you can have Drew win. I have no problem because I believe Damian Priest is gonna be, or Gunther's gonna win the world title at SummerSlam for winning King of the Ring. So I have no problem doing Drew versus Gunther at Survivor Series.
That'd be a fun match.
And then guess what? Oh no, CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre. It's the fucking whatever War Games screw job is. And they poke fun at that. So there you go. Yeah. So CM Punk comes out, starts ringing the bell. What the? Oh, ring the bell. Oh, he brings out Earl Hebner. What's that?
I remember something I liked at Money in the Bank. I finally watched a Bloodline match that I wasn't bored out of my brains for.
Yeah, I don't know why that main evented. Like, I get it. We're pushing Solo as the guy, but at the same time, that didn't need to be the main event.
It didn't, but it was certainly better than a Roman Reigns match.
Whoa. Watch him.
I think Solo is really sitting into this new gimmick title, whatever, really well. Jacob Fatu getting a spiked DDT from Randy Orton and no selling it was incredible.
Tongaloa fucking up that low blow.
Somebody said he's trying to give him a prostate exam.
Dude, Tongaloa sucks.
Yeah, it's funny. I've seen a lot of people saying that this is the worst pay-per-view of the Triple H era. It's like, I get why they did the Drew McIntyre briefcase thing, like to continue the Drew storyline. It's like, we could have done so much. And then there's the fact that there was no Uncle Howdy. Somebody mentioned Uncle Howdy in our Patreon chat, so I'm curious if they showed up at Heatwave, which is happening right now on NXT. Maybe, but yeah. So
did Ethan Page win the world title?
I don't know. I have not watched.
I'm pretty sure Ethan Page.
Oh, did he? Thanks for ruining
the world title. Sorry.
Thanks for ruining it, Tom. Appreciate you.
I don't care about you.
That's fine. But so, folks, let us know your thoughts on Money in the Bank. Let us know your thoughts on the Olive Garden. Let us know your thoughts on your John Cena retirement booking. And DDJ, whenever you want to stop by, brother, you know the forbidden door is always open. I'm ready to shoot the shit with you, and I'm ready to go to war anytime. I got that thing on me, okay? Got that thing on me, baby. I'm always ready to go to war. Garrett, you can bring your best at SummerSlam. I don't care. I'm going to beat you into oblivion. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you feel worse at SummerSlam than the day Shohei Ohtani signed with the Dodgers. Okay, pal?
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to make you feel worse than when Tony Danza thought he only had one pitch left in him in Angels in the Outfield. Okay, buddy?
Who's the boss, bitch?
That's right. This crown is mine. It goes nowhere. I might even wear it down the aisle at my wedding. You never
Please
know.
don't do that. Please don't do that.
I won't. Daniel.
Only if you wear the King Shamrock front
Yo,
also.
speaking of your wedding, if you win that Cody Rhodes jacket,
Oh, we got a whole ensemble. Crown.
Ryan
jacket.
Barkin said he could get me a gold dust costume.
We
Do you understand if you win that jacket and I get a gold dust costume, I'm wearing that to your wedding.
Do you think Cody Rhodes? Now, here's the thing. I'm an unathletic build. Do you think that, like, Cody is jacked enough where, like, his coat's fitting me?
It'll fit you. It'll absolutely fit you.
Okay.
I actually seen people commenting on there that said if they won, they were going to let Dave use the coat.
Listen,
So,
if Dave gets that coat and Ryan Barkin is serious,
Holy shit.
I will be. I'm not. I will only be wearing a gold dust outfit for the entire, and I'll be painting my face.
Tom, I just come. You know what? I can just see it now. I come down in the jacket. I come down the aisle. Tom's on the aisle. I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, blows gold dust into my face. DJ rolls me up. My brother-in-law comes running out. 1, 2, 3, DJ.
I don't know if Ryan was serious, but like, I want that costume.
I hope Ryan is serious enough to rig this thing to help me.
I'll have that wig. I'll have that face paint. You're gonna see me come up and do a reading, and be like,
and now a word.
you gotta start hitting the Tourette. You gotta be,
Tom says hi, Duff.
Oh boy. So folks, until next time, on behalf of myself, Buff Daddy, DDJ, wherever he may be, Garrett, crying tears of sadness, the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, Mr. Tom says hi. Tom's got glasses on Instagram. Follow that. Do yourself a favor there.
you got a shirt too.
What's that?
He's got a new shirt too, Tom. We forgot to mention his shirt.
I know. I'm part of a soccer team I volunteer with and help out, and I'm the #1 yelling person. And they made me a custom shirt with some of the best insults that I've said throughout the season on the back.
You're our #1 yelling person too, Tom.
You look like you drink 2% milk.
You look like you drink skim milk. Hey, #2, that's a good number for you because you play like poo. You hustle less than I do, and I haven't run in years. Hey, ref, I'm an optician. Let's talk after the game.
That was my favorite.
You seem like someone who goes to bed before 9 p.m.
Well, it is late here on Miami time. So on behalf of Nick, Tom, I've been King DaveCTheVoice, reminding you to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Like and follow us on all the platforms, social media. And, of course, tell your mother you love her every day because like Kevin Durant said, Mama, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.
One time.